beautiful scene here in Bedford. It's a terrible, miserable, wet day, so I'm going to have to sit in the car and do it. But I thought I'd get out and take a quick video to show you what it's like. This amazing bridge. Right, as you can see, I have sketched out the bridge, the Butterfly Bridge here in Bedford. I'm sitting in my car now with a very odd arrangement with my tripod to see if I can do a little painting here. But anyway, I'm going to get cracking with that and see if I can convey something of the white of this lovely modern construction, but like a butterfly with its wings open. We've got the willow trees here and the river coming up here. In the foreground we've got a big swathe of grass and some daffodils just about to burst into flower. We've got our little nice shape of a tree there, of the bench, and the nice trees, a lamp there. So anyway, let's have a go, see how we get on with this. Right, well, we'll start off with our usual wash in of colour. Today I'm going to use this lovely little set of Daler-Rowney. It's a little set which is quite good for plein air or just urban sketching. Quite intense colours. So but anyway, let's get back to our sketch. I've got a bit cramped in here, so let's just get some water going in here. This is fine paper, very fine texture inherent in the paper to help me, so I'll have to create that in different ways, but give it a bit of a soak. As I say, it's a very overcast grey day here, so I'm going to just put a gentle bit of blue in, grey blue. So I'll create that with a little bit of ultramarine here, and just sweep in there. Right, I'm going to leave that as it is, and also I think I could put some green in here, big sweep of green. On the other side of the river here. I think I need to brighten it up a little bit though. It's quite a vivid green, that one. It's a sort of leaf green, I suppose they would call it. We'll just leave that for the moment. And got to get some darker greens, certainly in the foreground. So I'll mix a bit of ultramarine here. Oops. And a little bit of umber, I think, to try and drop some different colors in here, certainly in this great clump of daffodils about to burst into flower there, and in the distance we've got some, and the other side of the river we've got our green, some meadow over there, and you can see it a little bit there on the far side. So this paper is on a ring pad, so it's not exactly ideal, but this is just a quick sketch anyway. Just have a bit of fun with it. So it's cockling up a little bit. It's not the most desirable, as it should perhaps be taped down. I can put some sort of greens, some darker greens in these trees, in the bark, a little bit of darks for the still a little bit green. Yes, we can get some of these willows in on the main trunks anyway. Still a bit wet up here. I can't put it in there because it will all run, but I can put in this. Looks like that might take a little time to dry, so I'll have to leave that a while, I think. A bit tricky in the car. So perhaps I should put on the fan. Yes. Bench. Some more green coming in there. And that piece in the middle there is our pathway. Right, and it's all too wet really, but let's try this bit of wet into wet. Put a little sliver of blue in there, bluey green. See if I can create some illusion of the river just across, just under the bridge there. Yes. I think I need to, there's willow trees there. Yes, and some sort of yellowy bare. I could use a smaller brush, a little rigger perhaps, and I could get some of those branches in the car. Oh yes, that's okay. Some big thick limbs in the middle there. The main thing, I want to get some of these very little leaf at this point in the year. There's numerous little branches, some of them. Got another one over this side, smaller one. They've had to cut some of these willows down on the embankment in recent months because they've been rotten. I suppose a hazard. May have to hopefully plant some more. I'm going to try and put a bit of green in some of these limbs, so there certainly is some green, varying greens, dark greens. So I'll get some of my blue again, put a bit of brown with it, and that makes a sort of fairly, if I look carefully, there's green coming down. And on the bigger limbs. I've got a very interesting shape over here. I don't know if you can see this over here, sort of brown over, coming out like this, quite a old wind-blown one. There's one here as well, the other side of the river. Yes, this one's more boughs coming off like this. Well, I've got a little dark colour. I'll just try and sketching a little of this old bench. It's great to sit here by the river in the summertime. Watch all the swans, and Bedford's very popular for rowing. A lot of rowing going on, racing. The schools in the town here. Every day in the summer you'll find somebody down here. They're being coached as well. The coaches ride on bicycles, encouraging them on. Right. So I'm going to just let the paper come through as our white. I'll just give some clues of the structure with these lines. And we've got another part of the bridge comes down the other wing of the butterfly. It's called a butterfly bridge. Rather pretty bridge, actually. And then I think this rail, this is the walkway, comes across here. Small river bank over here. Need a little dark to give us some dimension to it. Under the river there, you see, bit of meadow. Now I've got to try and give some texture. There's a pathway here by the side of the river. Try and show that. Put a few lines in. Perhaps pick out some daffodils. Intense colours. There's much more colour in the structures that are closer to you. Particular scene, a chance to see greatly into the distance. Technically very relevant here, but I'm just trying to get some of these daffodils showing. Meadow, I think in the distance, I've just vaguely hint. Now I think I might try and get some of the yellow of these willows. It's quite a substantial willow actually, so I need to obscure some of those main boughs. I think we can if I flick in enough of this. Yes, that's a little bit better. There are some darker elements too, so let's try and vary the tone a little bit. Right, getting something there, and also in the background there we've got some light browns and far in the distance here. I think I introduced a little bit here, just hint at, because we're not seeing total sky through there, so I need to dull it down a little bit, get a little brighter. Perhaps it should. And also I think I need to put some different textural features in here. Actually, it was I think even behind our butterfly bridge we see some trees in the background a bit there, a little darker there. Coming through the other side. I think I need right. So I think I need to strengthen up on some of these boughs. All this willow in the heart of the trees is always darker. Main boughs. Yes, there's lots of little wispy bits coming off. I want to get a different brush. I think something a little bit thicker might help me. Yes. What have I got? Yes, this is a number, well, I'm not sure. I think it might be a 6. But it's got a bit of a more thickness to it. Yes, I think that's a little bit better. Yes, a little bit more readable if we have a bit of thickness to our boughs, really. Right, does that one needs a little more, I think. Yes. Some of these willows have, when they've been pollarded, they have quite a lot of stumps growing there, little bits where the tree has been chopped back. It gets very thickly overgrown. Right. Now I need to squint my eyes a little bit and see if I've got enough depth in it. I think I need to get some darks under these places. And the river. We'll put a few marks to suggest we've got water there. Our pathway here. As I said, there's no texture in this. This paper is really quite fine. So I need, let's put a little darker in here. Give us something in the center of the tree, I think. Darken it up a little bit. Because you can't see all these boughs in great detail. I think that might make it read a bit better. Yes, what do you think? Right, there we are. I think that's all we should be doing at the moment. It's a great danger in a watercolour of over painting it. So I think I'm going to call a halt here. I can, back at home, of course, improve things. I could tighten up on some details. But for the moment, I think I'm going to leave it at that. So I hope you've enjoyed this. This is the Butterfly Bridge on Bedford Embankment. This is my finished article. I thought I'd just do a quick review of it. Quite challenging working in your little car, of course, not the easiest, but I haven't got my framing very well, but I must try and sort that out. But I think with a bit of judicious editing I should be able to save something. Since I stopped filming me painting, you noticed a few changes in there. I've introduced a little bit more yellow into our willows. so I think that's helping a little bit. And you can see now the daffodils. I put a few sea yellow in there, and sorted a few of the boughs out on the trees, beefed them up a little bit. But anyway, I hope you like that. So that's the butterfly. I'm back in my studio at home now, and made a few alterations to the painting. Much darker in the foreground, vary the greens, and I've put a few highlights on the bridge. I think the lighting in my studio is a bit bright, it's washing it out, but can you see now a bit of white on the butterfly structures of the bridge, so I think that improves it somewhat. And I've got a bit of yellow into the willows. You can see our daffodils, they're just starting to come. The magic of watercolour. Well, I hope you liked that.